สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to Bim's Kitchen again. Today I will take you guys to Japan. Today we making Japanese salted butter roll called Shio bang. Shio means salt, bang means bread. This one is the sourdough version, so I will show you how I make it. But I want to tell you that the taste is so similar to croissant, but with a very nice texture of bread, not like croissant. Croissant is like flaky, but this one is kind of soft and yummy. So let me show you how I make it. This time, because this one is enriched dough, so I'm gonna use stand mixer to mix the dough. It's gonna help me a little bit. So in the mixing bowl, I add some water and my starter into the bowl. I use the very active starter, and then I add some milk powder. If you can sift the milk powder, it will be easier. I didn't sift it, so I end up have to use my hand to squeeze it. And then I add some sugar and salt into the bowl and mix it well. And as I told you that the milk powder didn't incorporate, so I need to use my hand. After everything incorporate, I just add some of my bread flour into the bowl. This is mixed between bread flour and AP flour. You can use all mix or bread flour, that's no problem. So after mixing for a while, I just add cold butter. I use the cold butter cut into the cubes. Once everything mixed well, I just proof the dough for about 4 hours. Cut into the bowl and resting for 30 minutes. While I'm resting my dough, I cut the cold butter into the cube like that. It's weight about 10 grams each. So after I cut it, I put them in the freezer. So when it's in the freezer, it's kind of heart shape. It's easy to put into the dough to roll it out later. So I put in the fridge, and after the dough been resting for some time, I then use my hand to roll the dough like in the drop shape like that. This way, when you roll it out the dough to make it croissant shape, it's easy to roll it out and the shape is look nice. So just the technique is just roll half of the dough with your palm. It's gonna become like that. After you rest the dough another 30 minutes, then you use the rolling pin to roll it out half top first, and use your other hand to pull the pointing, and then roll it out. You need to rest the dough for some time to make it easy to roll out. If you don't rest the dough gonna fight with you. This time I think I prove, or I rest the dough another like 30 minutes, so it's easy to roll it out. As you can see, the dough is probably about 65% hydration, so it is easy to roll it out. If your dough a little bit soft, that is okay. We don't need the hard dough because we need to roll it out. It's gonna be hard work if the hydration is not too high. So after you roll it out, you make like long triangle shape, and you put the butter on the top, and you pinch the dough together to secure all the butter into the dough. So while you're proofing the dough, the butter is not leaking out. And then like it's like croissant shape. It's very, very similar, but just different kind of dough. That's it. Okay, let me show you another time how I shaping my shio bang bread. This one been proof or resting for like 30 minutes, so it's easy to roll it out. So you need to roll it out flat again to make long triangle shape like that. So I always turn around my dough, so when you roll it out, it's kind of easy to roll them flat. So after you've been rolled it out nicely, you just need to shape them like last time. Okay, after you shaping this dough, you need to put into the baking tray with some parchment paper and let it proof another 2 or 3 or 4 hours, depending on your room temperature, until they fully rise, like double in size, or you know how your dough is fully rise. So when you bake it, it kind of pop up nicely. So I may not show you how I proof or rest my dough, but when I rest the dough or proof the dough, I always cover with my my tray with some plastic bag, so and then give some room for the dough to rise. So this way they are rising nice and beautifully. So that is the end of the shaping. They look like a little croissant, and it's kind of soft dough, very nice, very soft and very nice. So then, like I said, put into the baking tray, and once the dough has rise fully, then we gonna bake the dough. So when you put into the baking tray, make sure you leave some room for the dough to rise. So then before I bake, I just spray with some water on the top of the dough and sprinkle some of rock salt. This one I use sea salt to put on top. So when you bake it, you kind of see the salt on top of your bread. It's kind of, you know, the unique way of the way they're baking this bread. So actually this bread is salted bread, but tastes like croissant. It's very, very nice. So I cut in half so you can see the crumb inside. It is very delicious, tastes like croissant, delicious and soft. I hope you like my bread, and I like to thank you for watching, and enjoy the baking, and I see you next time. Bye for now.